campus. If it is not in your campus, it is right besides your campus, the animals are there. But tiger doesn't occur in Doon Valley. The last record was in 1950s. And post 1950, we don't have tigers in Doon Valley. But tigers continue to occur in a forest which is just 5-minute drive from Dehradun city. So I'll be talking about these two, tiger and leopard, and primarily because for last 12, 13 years I have been working on these two species in the foothills of Himalayas, the forests that we find in Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the three states in India. And I'll be showing most of the slides. You will see a lot of tons of tiger photographs. I am not showing a single photograph of leopard. I realized that only when I copied the presentation here, but I'll be talking about leopard, and all of you know how a leopard looks like. In fact, one of the screensaver, if you were paying attention, it popped up during the morning session, the first session in the morning. There's a very beautiful picture of leopard in one corner. So it's basically, there is a saying that leopards do not change their spots, and similarly tigers also never change their stripes. So leopard is a spotted large cat, tiger is a striped large cat, and these are called large cats because they have the ability of producing noise which is very loud and is audible from a great distance. So there are few large cats like lions, tigers, leopards. Some people say snow leopard, but it's not a large cat in true sense or a big cat in true sense, because it can't vocalize, unlike tiger, leopard and lions. So when we talk about big cats, that means these are the three animals: tigers, leopards and lions. We have lions in Africa. We have only one population of lion in Asia, that is located in the western part of our country in a state called Gujarat. So coming to tiger and leopard, if you look at the distribution of tiger, I understand people are from China. China was actually the country where tigers originated. And we have lots of tigers in China, but all those tigers, 99.9% of those tigers in China are confined to tiger farms. There are very few wild tigers in China. It's very unfortunate. In fact, southern part of China is what we call South China, is the origin of all wild tigers in the world. So tigers originated there and radiated to rest part of Asia. So the yellow mark, yellow portion that you see, that was the historical distribution of tiger. So by 1900 or beginning of last century, we had tigers in all these yellow areas that you see, going all the way up to Uzbekistan and Turkmenistan. In fact, if you try to analyze the scientific name of tiger, it's called Panthera tigris. And Tigris is a river in present-day Iraq. So in fact, the tiger was distributed near the river Tigris. That's how it got its name, Panthera tigris. So it went all the way up to Iraq, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Caspian Sea, all around Caspian Sea we had tiger. Then we had tiger in Pakistan, we had tiger all over our country. We had tiger all over Southeast Asia, all over southern part of China, Korea, North Korea, and the the tri-junction of North Korea, China and Russia. Today, by 1990, the tiger distribution was confined only to these red patches that you see on the map. So if you think, between 1900 and 1990, there was almost a 90% range collapse of tiger. That means 90% of the area where tigers occurred, they vanished from those areas between 1900 and 1990. If you think that range collapse was arrested in 1990, it was not so. Between 1990 and 2006, a detailed scientific analysis revealed tigers have lost 40% additional area. Between 1900 and 1990, they lost 90% of their habitat. And between 1990, of the remaining 10% area, they lost 40% of their habitat. And what you see, those green patches, those are the dots or patches of forest where present-day tiger distribution is confined. Well, at the moment, we have roughly around 3,400, 3,500 tigers in the world. And bulk of the tiger population is found in India. We have roughly around 2,200 tigers. I mean, we have precise estimate 2,226 or something, but there are, to be very accurately say, we have roughly around 2,200 tigers in India. Besides India, Nepal has around 180 tigers along the Himalayan foothills, and this state Uttarakhand, it shares the border with Nepal and the same landscape, what we call Tarai Arc landscape. So we have the tigers that are found in Nepal, they move towards the Uttarakhand part and Uttar Pradesh part, so they move between India and Nepal. So that is this landscape where I have been working for last decade or so. Then we have a beautiful Himalayan country called Bhutan. Bhutan happens to be my favorite country in the world simply because a lot of happy people live in Bhutan. Or in fact, all the people who live in Bhutan are very happy. So we measure gross domestic product, GDP in most of the countries, but Bhutan, they have gross happiness index. So they try to keep their people all the time happy. Very fit people because it's a mountainous country. Very poor road network. People keep walking from place to place. That keeps them fit and as well as free of disease. So the thing is, Bhutan has almost 80% of Bhutan is under forest cover. And it's a small country, has a small population of around 100 tigers here. But this is one country where tigers' future is secured. Simply because the human population is less than 500,000. What is the population of Dehradun city? It will be, I would say few million people are living in Dehradun. So entire Bhutan population is 500,000, less than 5 lakh people live in Bhutan. And large part of Bhutan is under forest cover. So that's why the future of tiger, I say, the tiger may disappear from all other countries, but it will not disappear from Bhutan simply because very few people to persecute the animal. Then we have Bangladesh here, and adjoining Bangladesh we have a beautiful, Bangladesh, the tigers are found in the mangrove forest, unlike all other tiger habitats. So we have a mangrove forest in India also, Sundarbans, which share its boundary with India and Bangladesh. So Sundarban is a patch of mangrove forest that occurs at the sea level or below sea level, and that supports together the Bangladesh Sundarban and Indian Sundarban supports around 200 tigers. So we have one of the largest contiguous tiger habitat is present in the Sundarbans. Then we have this entire Southeast Asia, which includes Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos. We have roughly around 200 tigers in all these countries. The situation of tiger in these countries is actually precarious. We say 200 tigers, but there is no proper estimate. It's just guesstimates. So we do not know exactly how many animals are there, but the situation is very precarious. Simply because the food habits of people there. There is a saying, please do not take it as an offense, take it rather as a joke. There is a saying that anything, people in this region, they eat anything with 4 legs other than a table. They eat anything that fly other than an airplane. They eat anything that floats or that swims other than a ship. Okay, so extremely, very extreme non-vegetarian habit of people have actually resulted in loss of lot of tiger prey species. Because tigers do not eat grass or they do not survive on trees. They do not survive on vegetation. They have to eat animals, not human beings. They have to eat wild animals. And all those wild animals have unfortunately been eaten by people. So that's why the situation is really precarious in those countries. So we have roughly around 200 tigers in this entire Southeast Asian countries. Then we have in peninsular Malaysia. I will show you the photographs. I worked in those countries for nearly 4 years. Peninsular Malaysia, we have a tiger called Malayan tiger. So we have roughly around 500 tigers left in peninsular Malaysia. Then we have a tiger here in this one of the largest islands of Indonesia. Indonesia is a massive country. It starts from Sumatra, goes all the way up to Papua New Guinea. So only in Sumatra we have tiger called Sumatran tiger. We have roughly around 400-500 tigers in Sumatra. Then the other population of tiger is found in the Russian forest, little bit part of northeast China, what we call Jilin province of China. and Heilongjiang and Primorye province of Russian forest. There were tigers, few tigers strayed to North Korea, but they are no longer going to North Korea. So there is a nature reserve in China called Hunchun Nature Reserve, and the Heilongjiang and Primorye province of Russian forest, we have roughly around 400 or 500 tigers, what we call Siberian tiger, but the real name is Amur tiger. So if you see today, we have 5 extant subspecies of tiger or different variety of tiger. One tiger is found in Russia or Siberian area, which we call Siberian tiger or Amur tiger. The tiger that is found in India, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal is called the Bengal tiger or Indian tiger. Bengal tiger, many Indians take it as an offense. Why should it be named after Bengal? It is found all over India, so we prefer to call it Indian tiger. Then we have in the Indo-China area, the Southeast Asia, we have Indo-Chinese tiger. In Malaysia, we have Malayan tiger, and we have Sumatran tiger. We have lost, over the years, we have lost 4 species of tigers. We have lost a tiger species that was found in South China called South China tiger, no longer present in the wild. We have lost the Caspian tiger that was found near the Caspian Sea. That's no longer exists in the wild. So not even in captivity, we do not have Caspian tiger. Then Indonesia had 3 subspecies of tiger. We have only left with Sumatran tiger. The Javan tiger is extinct, and the tiger that was found in the island of Bali, which was known as Balinese tiger, that is also extinct. So Bali tiger, Javan tiger, Caspian tiger and South China tiger, 4 tiger species that occurred in the wild went extinct between 1900 and 1960. And we are left with 5 subspecies of tiger, of which the situation of this Indo-Chinese tiger is precarious. So we say 200 tiger, the official estimate, but the real estimate would put the number less than 25-30. So that's how is the precarious situation that tigers live today. And tigers, if you look at the biology of tigers, they are extremely adaptable species. They are found below sea level in the mangrove swamps of Sundarbans, and they are found in the Russian forest where temperature goes down to minus 45, minus 25, minus 30 degree. They are found in minus 40, goes up to minus 40 degree. They are found in forest where temperature goes up to plus 50 degree in western part of our country. If you have heard about a place called Ranthambore Tiger Reserve, in peak summer during the month of May, June, the temperature goes up to 50 degree. So plus 50 degree to minus 40 degree, they are extremely adaptable. They are found up to 4,800, 4,900 meter in the Himalayas in Bhutan. They are found below sea level in Sundarbans. So all over length and breadth. So tigers have extremely adaptable species, are found in a wide variety of habitat. Similarly, the leopards are also even more adaptable compared to tigers. But the difference between tiger and leopard is tiger need completely secluded and disturbance-free environment, whereas leopards have the ability to persist on disturbed areas. That's simply because the food that tigers eat is completely different from what leopards eat. Leopards have the ability to feed on very small animals. They can feed on chicken, they can feed on dogs, they can feed on hares or rabbits, they can feed on even waste that are dumped outside the city limits. That's how we find a lot of leopards within the city limits or very close to the city limits. But tigers, they need large prey. I will come to it, how tigers are different. So we have been studying, scientific studies on tiger was initiated in 1960s, and in last 50 years we have done a lot of systematic and scientific study on tigers. And what all these years of research, I won't get into detail, I'll just tell you the salient features of the studies. All these years of research have told that tigers need very large tract of contiguous forested habitat. You cannot save a tiger in a small 1 square kilometer, 2 square kilometer or 5 square kilometer forest. To save tiger, you need hundreds of square kilometer of forest. Okay, so you need large protected areas or large tracts of forested area to save tigers.